signals a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson, forced out to his left. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 50 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Rodgers pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll find Jones again, complete.
Rodgers pass, complete to Aaron Jones. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Packers.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. Now he'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Rodgers again now. He'll drop this down to Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
31-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson is brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 16 yards of first down. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Jackson draw play to Dobbins. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. Now Jackson on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
42.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
It's a gain of
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
10 at the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball carrier.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Green Bay.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets... Maybe a couple up to the 38.
Queen on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams.
Rodgers.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 38, Rodgers, throw left side complete. That's Adams.
Complete.
16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Packer first down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They go back to the ground with Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
At the 18-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
At the 15-yard line.
Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Oh, yeah.
Picked off inside the 5. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. From the gun, Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the interception, here's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. 20! And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Justin.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rodgers to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. 37 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front.
His kick.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Packers 21, Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Des Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Des Bryant, 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Today's final score, Ravens 27.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception.